Hi everyone, welcome to Goldfries, and in this video we have the Gigabyte AERO 15 OLED XA. Yes, OLED, and it's a 4K UHD screen. And this model here retails at Rm 10,499. A hefty price tag, but it is nicely spec'd with an Intel Core i7 processor, an RTX GPU from NVIDIA, and let me repeat, a 4K UHD OLED panel. Alright, without further ado, let's dive into the details of what the AERO 15 brings to us at that price. Let's start from the appearance. The AERO 15 is as what you expect from Gigabyte's AERO range of notebook with the sleek look. The screen is a 15.6-inch thin bezel Samsung UHD 4K AMOLED display with 60Hz refresh rate that is X-Rite Pantone certified and individually factory calibrated. Now this screen is probably the reason why the price is at this level. It's not just a 4K screen, but it is also Pantone certified and calibrated. Being of an OLED display, the screen is too saturated for my liking. As a professional photographer, just by looking at our reference pictures, we'll know whether it's accurately representing our photos, and this is not the case. That's not to say that the screen is inaccurate. It's just that being an OLED screen, it's by nature saturated. So with a bit of tuning, I am able to get it to represent my artwork well, and I believe that with some color calibration done on the user side, you can definitely get great colors out of this screen. One thing to note is that the screen is glossy. I'm not a fan of glossy screens as the reflections make it disturbing to work on, especially when there are bright lights in the surrounding. The keyboard comes with per key RGB lighting, but from what I see, the LEDs are alright but not the most impressive. It doesn't have the smoothness or the fluidity that I've seen on other RGB LED keyboards. The keyboard itself is comfortable to press, but I wish the control button is a bit wider because when I game on it, it's a little bit difficult to reach. The touchpad on the AERO 15 is large and it comes with a fingerprint sensor, while the buttons are part of the touchpad surface. As for the audio, it's surprisingly good, though it might be a little soft on some games. Just don't expect the built-in speakers to give you the surround sound as advertised. The AERO 15 weighs in at 2 kilograms, which is not surprising for a laptop of this specs, as it comes with an Intel Core i7 9750H CPU and an NVIDIA RTX 2070 Max-Q GPU. Storage-wise, it has a speedy but rather small 480GB SSD storage. That's the Intel 760p SSD. Considering the fact that the AERO 15 has a 4K screen and that it's meant for content creation, I think 480GB storage is one that will run out of space quite fast. For those of you who are on the go, the 94Wh battery on performance mode is rated to last at about 5 hours, but realistically, you should expect far less once you conduct activities on the unit. As for the power draw, I saw the AERO 15 draws about 212 watts from the wall when I stress both CPU and GPU. Note that laptops typically run at a lower performance when detached from the power source, so here's the performance difference. As for the thermals, I saw the peak temperature for the GPU being 79 degrees Celsius, while the CPU topped at a whopping 94 degrees Celsius from my gaming session. While the Gigabyte AERO 15 OLED XA has gaming PC specs, I feel that it's more suited for content creation purpose. As for gaming, no doubt it will still perform, but I recommend running games at Full HD rather than 4K because the RTX 2070 Max-Q wouldn't be strong enough to handle 4K resolution properly. There's also the 60Hz refresh rate screen, plenty sufficient for most gaming titles but just not suited for gamers that require high refresh rate. I like that the AERO 15 exhausts heat entirely from the rear. Just don't put any chocolate right behind it and it's all good. I wish that they moved the USB connections towards the rear or the left side to free up space for the mouse. Alright, so we come to the end of this video. How does the AERO 15 fare? I give it a silver badge. It's nice overall. nice design, nice to use. It's just that I feel that the price is on a little bit on a high side. Just a little bit lower would be much helpful. And in the end, whether this notebook suits your purpose, very much on depending on your nature of work, whether you are able to utilize the screen. After all, if you are unable to utilize the screen for its Pantone, rich Pantone colors and everything else, then clearly this is not the choice for you. So, all right, great notebook from Gigabyte, the AERO 15, retails at RM 10,499. All right, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Do remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and bye-bye.